Hi, my name is Salom Hamis Kikusa. Today we are going to solve ratio weight problems. We have our question here. Salmin, Hamdoun and Juma inherited 48 acres of land. They shared that land in the ratio 3:4:5. How many hectares of land did Juma get? So first, we should identify the people or the items which are involved in that sharing. So we have the names Salmin, Hamdoun, and Juma. Okay, so Salmin ratio 3, Hamdoun ratio 4, and Juma ratio 5. Okay, we have the quantity. Okay, in our case here, we have 48 hectares of land. And then we have the ratios here. Okay, the ratio corresponding to Salmin is 3, the ratio corresponding to Hamdoun is 4, the ratio corresponding to Juma is 5. The next step, we are going to draw a table of 2 columns. Okay, so this is our table of 2 columns. One side or one column of the table will have the ratios, or we can simply call them parts, and the other side of the ratio will have quantities. Okay, quantities. So the quantities can be anything. It can be money, it can be whatever. Okay, so here I have to add. So the first person here was Salmin. So let me use yes. Salmin got 3 parts. The second person was Hamdoun. Let me use H to represent Hamdoun. Hamdoun got 4 parts. And the third part was Juma. Juma got 5 parts. The last row, we are going to keep the total. So in our case here, we have 3 parts, 7 parts. With 5 parts, we get altogether 12 parts. On the quantity side, we have not given the amount of land that was given to anyone, but what we have is the total land. Okay, so 48 goes with 12 parts because this is the total land goes with the total parts. After that, we go back to our question. The question says, how many hectares of land did Juma get? So I go to the parts which corresponding to Juma is 5 parts, so I keep question mark here. Okay, so after completing this stage, now we simply use cross multiplication to solve this problem. So here, let me change the color. So here we are going to our key point, the starting point. These 12 parts, 12, so we have parts, we have quantities. So 12 parts corresponds to 48 quantities. The question was asked, how many hectares of land did Juma got? So Juma, how many parts? Juma is represented by 5 parts. Okay, we are finding the corresponding quantity. So here, when we cross multiply, we will have 5 times 48 over 12. Then when we simplify by 12 1, by 12 4, 5 times 4, we get 20. So the quantity of land which corresponds to 5 parts is 20. So Juma got 20 hectares. So this is the answer. Let us solve the second question. So here we have the amount of 180,000 shillings was shared between John, Leah, and Zachariah in the ratio of 3:4:5. Okay, 3:4:5. So here let's identify our variables. So we have ratios here. We have the quantity. This is the whole amount, okay? We have people involved in the sharing, and we have the question. Okay, so we need to find the quantity or the amount of money which Zachariah got. So we draw our table. Okay, so this one we have parts, and here we have quantities. Quantities. Okay, so here on the side I will keep the corresponding names for each part. And remember, I have 3 people, so John, Leah, and Zachariah. And the last row we always keep the total. Okay, the total. So here, John 3 parts, Leah 4 parts, Zachariah 5 parts. So the total parts here will be 12. Okay, then we go to the quantities. So these 12 parts got the whole amount, because this is the total amount, so goes with the total parts. So we have this one here, 100,000 shillings. How much did Zachariah get? So Zachariah is here. Then as usual, 12, we have parts, we have quantities. 12 parts goes with 100,000 shillings. Then 5 parts goes with what? Cross multiply 5 times 180,000 over 12. Okay, by 6, 2, by 6, 3, 0, by 2, 1, by 2, 15,000. Now 5 times 15,000, here 25, so This is the amount of money which Zachariah got. Okay? Let us solve another question. The question is, Kasunga, Amon, and Imranal made a maths test in which the questions were in the ratio of 2, ratio 3, ratio 4. If Amon made 30 questions, how many questions were in that test? How many questions did Kasunga make? So, as usual, we identify the people involved. So here we have Kasunga, we have Amon, we have Imranal. This goes with this goes with that, and that goes with that. Okay, so these are the corresponding ratios. And then this is another important part that we have to identify. And then another part of the questions which we have been where how many questions were in that test, and how many questions did Kasunga make. Now let's make our table. So our table here, parts, quantities. Here the names, involved. So we have the first Kasunga K, Amon A, and Imranal I. As usual, the last column we keep the total. So here we have 2 parts, 3 parts, and 4 parts. 2 plus 3 plus 4 is 9. Now, here we have been given the quantity or the amount of questions which Amon made. So here the corresponding parts for the 30 question will be 3. So we fill 3 here. How many questions were in that test? So they want the whole number of questions. So this corresponds to the total parts of question, which is 9. Kasunga, also they ask the number of questions to Kasunga. So here. So our key part of our table is here. So that is our starting point. So keep parts and quantity. So these 3 corresponds to 30. Then 9 corresponds to what? We do cross multiplication. It will be 9 times 30 over 3. When we simplify here, we get 90. So there was a 20 of 90 questions. Now let's answer the second part. Our starting point, let me change color. Our starting point, so parts, quantity. So our starting point 3 with 30. Okay, 3 with 30. Now we ask ourselves, 2 parts will go with how many questions? The same procedure, we use cross multiplication. 2 times 30 over 3. So here we get 10. So 2 times 10, we get 20. So Amon made 20 questions. Okay, so the test had a total of 90 questions, and Kasunga, I said Amon, Kasunga made a total of 20 questions. I hope you have understood. Thank you for paying attention. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you once.